Good evening, Central Indiana, and welcome to Porch Time Live from JTH Construction Studio, where tonight we have guests in studio from MeCAP. We will get to them momentarily. How you doing, Mike? Real quick, once again, we're live at JTH Construction Studio. Get a hold of Joe for all your construction needs, 765-913-8599. Excuse me. American Basement Solutions, Larry Off Senior, 1-877-409-2837. Fathom Real Estate with Teresa Messmer, 765-341-8911. I've got a frog in my throat. I don't like that. How you doing, Mike? Wellsprings with Bob Goodrum, 765-342-6661. See, now I'm nervous because I've got a frog in my throat.
Frog in your throat.
Are you nervous?
Not now.
Wayman's Furniture, Appliance, and Mattress, 765-342-4339. Stead's Comfort System, 765-346-0195. Get a hold of Caleb. Logan's Cosmos, 765-318-3388. The Yard Barber with Andrew Payton, 765-318-4108. Livewire, Tommy Walls, 765-792-4012. And let's not forget our ladies down at Hometown Nutrition, 765-315-0738. Protein shakes and boosted tea. Stop in there. Waffle Wednesday will be here soon enough. All right. How we doing, folks? Mr. Bell joins us. Ken Bell. Stephanie Littell and her son, Max. How you doing, Max?
I'm doing good.
They talked you into this group, didn't they? They got your shirt on, and
Yeah.
Stephanie's good at twisting arms. So
Yeah, he's not very excited about this. He's 15, but it's important. The reason why he's here is important. So I asked him to come. I had to twist his arm a little bit, but I'm glad he's here.
please share this. There's some pertinent information that has to get out tonight, and they are in to tell us all about it. And I'll turn the floor over to you,
Awesome.
Miss Stephanie.
Well, thank you so much for having us this evening. So we asked Kevin if we can come on, and I just like to thank him so much because he's always so pleasant and allowing us to come on.
She doesn't know me very well.
I have to admit I'm a little bit nervous because I'm without my sidekick, Bethany Latham, tonight, and she's really good at what we do. I always tell her she's a smart one, and I'm just the cute, fun one.
Corey's in Florida. Bethany's out gallivanting around the country, and we're doing fine.
That's right. But so tonight I brought with me one of the community members, Ken Belt. He's been on our team for a little while now. And I also brought my son, Max Littell. He's on our team inadvertently through me. So, and I'm Stephanie Littell. I'm a developmental preschool teacher here in town, but I'm also the community engagement and education specialist for MeCAP. And MeCAP is the Martinsville Environmental Community Action Project, MeCAP.
That P got you hung up there, didn't
It did. I forgot what I was saying for a second. Anyway, so we are a community action group, and we need your help, and that's why we're here. I'm here to give you a little bit of information, specifically one thing. We are doing a research project here in town with Purdue University, Indiana University, and the University of Chicago, University of Illinois at Chicago. And we have recently blasted out about 100 postcards to people here in town. It could because it's a randomized testing of people. And we are asking if you got a postcard or if you get one, then all you have to do, there's a number on there, and you can call us, and then we'll ask you a couple questions. One question that we'll ask you is, are you willing to participate to help us with the research project? And I'm going to be kind of honest. We haven't got such a huge response just yet, but I am hoping, and I am very excited about the response that we are going to get from our community, because our community is wonderful. I mean, every time Kevin has anything on to do with our community, like raising money for people, things like that, like we always have a big response.
It's my pleasant, it's my pleasant demeanor. I couldn't get it out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my here. Might need that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. He gave me a heart so I could squeeze it. Probably stress ball.
Stress ball.
I know. I am a ball of stress. Anyway, but we haven't gotten as much participation as we would like just yet. But we need a bunch of people.
But a lot of variables go into that, and this is why you're doing this tonight, is because the 100 households that you sent it to, some of them could be abandoned, some of them could be on vacation, could be anywhere.
That's true. And some people just may not have had time to respond yet.
Right.
Which I'm hoping. And maybe some people just
Hello,
don't,
Nicole.
maybe some people don't realize the importance of responding to the postcard. And so when you respond to the postcard, you'll get a call from one of the research helpers. That might be me. It might be somebody else on our team, our community action team. And we'll just ask you some questions to see if you even qualify to help with the study, because there are some qualifications for it. Like, for example, are you between the ages of 18 and 65?
I make it, barely, but I'm there. How you doing, Corey, Nicole, Deborah, Jeff, Allie, and Valita? Sorry.
Hi, everyone. Hello. Thank you for joining us. So anyway, if you would like to help us, the things that you'll be doing for the research study are not that difficult. They are asking for some time over a 2-year period. It's about 4 or 5 hours, which seems like a long time, but it's not over one. Am I boring you to death, Max? He's over there yawning. Oh, not even that boring. Over a 2-year period, it's about 4 or 5 hours worth of helping with research. But it's so important because this is groundbreaking research that Dr. Salu, Dr. Eve Pensker, and Dr. Mary Trick are coming in to help with. Our community has some contamination, and it's known contamination. Hi, Missy. That's my teacher's aide. Hi. We have some known contamination in our town. So it's really, really important that we figure out what is going on, right? So Indiana, Morgan County has the highest incidence of new cancer rate in all of Indiana. And it's not even just like normal cancers, like average cancers, what I would say. It's like rare cancers that we're getting here. And so when they come and they're doing this research, what they're doing is they're trying to figure out why we're getting this, like what's happening. So we used to have contaminated water, but the city has worked very hard and they've done a great job, and our water is tested and it is cleaned up because they put a huge carbon filtration system in our water and it's cleaned up. So it's safe to drink. But anytime I still talk to people, they always say, ooh, the water's gross. But it is under the PCE, which is a toxic chemical, is well under the allowable amount by the EPA. So now what they're looking into is vapor intrusion. So that is what you're breathing. So one part of the test that we'll be doing is an exhaled breath study. I'm talking a lot. Ken, you want to talk about exhaled breath study?
Well, it's a very simple process. Exhaled breath study. You literally just breathe through a straw.
Similar to a breathalyzer.
That could be a good comparison.
I do have a brother that's a police officer. Yes.
Okay. and you fill up a bag.
Right.
And you know, the time of day that you do it is important. You're in your home. You want to make sure that it has the air of your home that's in your lungs, where, you know, when you go outside and you breathe new air, then that changes things.
Is this a test they want to do early in the morning or in the afternoon?
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be early in the morning. So if you've been sleeping in your house through the night, then that would make it a relevant sample. And you fill the bag, and then the scientists take it from there and analyze what's in your exhaled breath sample, see if there's any toxins.
Right.
Yeah.
And they feel the toxins are coming in from the plumes that are underneath our city currently, and the vapor is coming up through the ground into the homestead.
Right.
Yeah, I think radon, kind of
like
a
radon.
similar comparison would be like how radon gets into your...
Right. And you just mentioned toxic plumes, and maybe somebody who's watching doesn't know what that is, but like in short, toxic plumes in our area, we have one that is recognized by the EPA, that's nationally recognized, over by the ball fields. And the EPA is currently working to mitigate those homes and clean them up for free. If you have any questions, you're welcome to get a hold of me. I'm Stephanie Littell or Ken Belt at the high school, or Kevin can point you in the right direction. Bethany Latham also is here on Porch Time quite often. She's not here tonight because she was busy, but she can point us all in the right direction. We also have a plume area on Morgan Street over by it's called the O'Neill Plume. Then there's one over by Harmon Becker and Twig.
The one on Morgan Street, those being handled by Wilcox Engineering, and that should be almost cleaned up.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. They clean that one up privately, so with private insurance. So anyway,
there's a website. If folks want to check out those plumes and the maps, I don't know if the timely. If you want to mention that website.
Yeah. Are you talking about the MeCAP website?
The MeCAP,
yeah, absolutely. Actually, that's one thing I definitely was going to talk about tonight. MeCAP has a website that you can go to, and it is can you put this in the chat?
I guess.
Thank you. I like you so much. It's www.mecap.us. And you can go to our website, and it's going to give you like a lot of information. It also has some maps on there. You can contact us to get more information. It tells you about our current project, which is it's an NIH Research to Action grant. And our goal is to understand the community's perception on contamination and related health risk
Is that right, or is it all caps? Will that work?
That'll work. Yep.
We also want to test toxic chemical exposure and neurocognitive health effects among 300 Martinsville residents over the course of 5 years, and to design and implement an action plan to reduce the exposure and related health impact.
I agree, Missy. I agree 100%.
My 15-year-old is definitely going to agree with you. It says she is a bit demanding sometimes. That's okay, Missy. You're going to participate. I'm just kidding.
She's yelling at me.
Did you get a postcard? But anyway, so that's what we are currently doing. This is our current project, and we are going to need your help. So if you get a postcard, please respond to that.
Can you show what the postcard would look like?
I am.
Okay.
So if you I didn't bring my postcard. They sent me one, but on the postcard, you're going to see this lovely picture. It's got just some community members on it. It's got Max, it's got Ken Belt, it's got me on it. You can see Bethany Latham, among other people you'll recognize, I'm sure. Yeah, a lot of people are saying, Missy just said she didn't get a postcard, but she would definitely help. And I absolutely love that. Right now, we are looking for the people to respond that did get a postcard, because this is a randomized sampling. However, we will definitely put that in the back of our mind, depending on if we can get people to respond, which we really hope. We might have to ask people to help later. And there are lots of other ways that you can help. So if there are other ways you would like to help, please get a hold of us, because we will put you to work. We definitely need more people on our team. So let's see, what else do we need to talk about? Oh, we also have a Facebook page, and it is called MeCAP, which that's pretty easy. And you can go to it. It's called MeCAP Martinsville Environmental Community Action Project. And we try to keep that.
That's the name of your Facebook page?
That is the name of our Facebook page.
I thought mine was long.
Well, we changed it to fit our community action group. The reason that I like this research project too is it's allowing the community to not only help with the research, like we are community scientists. I mean, we definitely work in conjunction with the researchers that come along. They help us learn and educate us so that we can help educate the community. That's kind of what I'm doing right now, helping to educate you. Ken and I go to weekly meetings along with other people from our community. And on our website, there is the link to, not a weekly, it's a bi-weekly meeting, but there is a link to the Zoom meeting. So if you would like to come to our bi-weekly meetings just to hear about what's going on, it's free to come, open to the public. You're welcome to come and hear what's going on, ask questions.
Bi-monthly or
bi-weekly? Bi-weekly. Did I say that?
Every other week.
That frog's making me very confused. Bi-weekly, so you're welcome to come and ask some questions. Just see our faces, hear about some things, ask questions. That's why we're here. And plus, we're trying to figure out some things. Like, for example, we're going to have a booth at the Fall Foliage Festival so that we can ask some questions. We're trying to get people to man the booth. We're trying to figure out some fun things to do to attract people's attention, that kind of thing. So anyway, if you could join our Facebook page, then come check out our website. That would be amazing. And you saw our picture. That's kind of what the postcard looks like. It's got the great big picture on the front, and then it tells you the phone number to call in case you get a postcard. Call that phone number, and it reaches out to one of us, and we will get right back with you as soon as we can.
Yeah, if you get one of these, don't throw it away.
Yes, definitely don't throw it away, please.
Contact the number on there and see. At least give them the courtesy call back and say, okay, hey, I got the postcard. I'm not interested, or I'm interested, because then they won't come knock on your door in 2 weeks and say, hey, did you get your postcard?
Yeah, because that's one thing that we might have to end up doing right now. We just blasted out the postcards, and we're hoping that people would respond. But since we didn't get as big of a response as we would like, we might come knocking on your door if you're one of the people who got a postcard. I guess one of the things that I wanted to do this evening is I wanted to talk about why it is so important to participate. And that's why one of the reasons why I brought Maxie with me tonight. Max is a 15-year-old at the high school. Max, tell us just a little bit about yourself. Like, what do you like to do? What year are you in high school? Like, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Put him on the spot, Mom. Go ahead.
Yeah, where to go?
Ooh, tell us about your upcoming thing you have in the musical, too, while you're at it.
I'm a sophomore at Martinsville High School. I'm in choir, and I am the Beast in Beauty and the Beast, November 17th through the 20th.
Very cool.
Be there.
That's right.
Who's heading that up?
Brian Samarja, he's the choir director.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Let's see if I can get you guys all in the studio.
Do it.
Beauty
Yeah.
and the Beast crew.
Bring them all.
That'd be fun.
That's right.
Would be.
Little quick scene or something.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Read from the, what is this, reading of the first scene or something? Yeah, we could do that.
That'd be cool.
Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's all right.
That's
He's
what I'm
got
good
some
at.
cool things going on. So, but Max and I have been personally affected by some rare
Thanks,
cancer.
Richard.
Richard says, looking good, Max.
Mr. Houston. But Max and I have been personally affected by some rare cancers that have taken place in our community. So this is why we are so passionate as a family about this project, and lots of other people. Among lots of other people, we're not the only ones. We're just a voice. So Max, tell them, please tell anybody who's on here, and people will watch it later too. But please tell people why our family is passionate about this project.
Well, when I was about 2 years old, my father passed away from a rare cancer, and then that obviously affected our whole lives. And then 13 years later, my grandma, who was always there for us, passed away from an even rarer cancer that's like 1 in a million.
Yeah. So cancer has been a thief to our family, and I know that we are not the only ones in this area. There have been a lot of people. So we're not only passionate for us, we're passionate for a lot of people. I think that you will know, everybody knows some things that, know people who are affected by cancer. Rare cancers are very prevalent in our area. So anyway, Dr. Lou and other researchers want to come down. They want to do this for us. So I'm so grateful for them. So thank you if you're watching, but we need to help them as a community by participating. We need to be able to help them do whatever they need to do in order to get the research done so that we can, as a community, plan an action. What do we want to do with the research that they have done and with the results that they've gotten?
Well, you got to gather information for them to apply to what they're trying to do. And if without the information to help the community, you're not going to have a whole lot to go on.
Right. And they've already done a study with children ages 6 to 11 called the Showalter Project. And some of you we've been on Porch Time several times before.
Yes.
And they actually, they've gotten some preliminary results that are surprising. So I'm sure that we're going to share those with the public soon. I don't know when or how, but you guys will all be invited to see the results of that.
Do we have a date yet on that at all? Anywhere close?
We are planning it. So, and it is getting close. So you'll get the results of that project, which is what led into the NIH, the National Institute of Health grant that we got. And it's a nice big grant. So that's what led into us actually getting this big grant. so they can do more research on exhaled breath studies. The first one was on children. This one is on adults ages 18 to 65.
Do you have the list of the houses that the information went to?
I do. I mean, I can see it personally, but it's not like that's available to everybody. It's a random, like they can't just call me and say,
yeah.
hey, am I on the list? So that's not the way that this works. So like somebody can't contact me and say, hey, am I on the list? I don't know that like I can't do it that
You
way.
just have the addresses.
The postcard comes with a number on it. What I can see is a number with an address. So I don't have a name, but I can see some addresses. So when they call, I ask them what their card number is. That's what I ask.
I would just take it, look at my voter list and get it like that. But anyway.
No cheating, Kevin.
I'm just throwing that out there.
So anyway, so we wanted to come tonight and we just wanted to ask if you as a community can help support us by responding to the postcards that you get, and if there's any way that you would like to help us within MeCAP, just contact us. If you have a skill or an ability, even if you don't and you're just willing, we will find something for you to do. And we just thank you so much, and thank you, Kevin, for having us on. And if you have any questions, contact us.
If you get a postcard that looks like this, don't throw it away. Contact the number on there first. Get a hold of one of these fine people. Even if you don't want to participate, at least let them know, hey, I got the postcard. I'm not interested. Or I'm interested. What do I do? That way, in 2-3 weeks or whatever from now, they don't come knock on your door and you have to go through it all again. Don't throw the postcard away until you contact them. Let them know yes or no. Mr. Belt, Stephanie, Beth, anybody on this picture or on the MeCAP group, get a hold of them. There'll be there's numbers and websites and everything there, right?
Right.
Plenty of ways you can communicate with them and let them know either way, because they've sent 100 out and I think only about 5+% have been returned. So there's 95% of you out there somewhere with postcards right now in your mailbox.
Yes.
Gather them up.
That's right. That's right.
I know, but I shouldn't have said numbers, but
It's
they need
okay.
to know that they're out there. I mean, there's 95 other postcards out there.
Right. And if anybody has any good ideas of how we can get people to respond to the postcards, we would love any ideas, because we're trying. We're on first time. I've made videos.
You could say, hey, turn the postcard in, return the postcard with a chance to win Taylor Swift tickets. You don't have to get in Taylor Swift tickets. You just said a chance. I
That's
know,
right.
I'm horrible.
That's okay. We'll be at the Fall Foliage Festival. We have a booth, so come see us.
Are you in the tent or are you outside?
We're in a tent.
You're in the merchant tent?
Yes.
Cool.
It'll be manned by some MeCAP people. It's oftentimes me and Bethany.
Are you going to recruit some younger people,
Mhm.
i.e.?
Yes, Max is very thrilled. Yes, shake your head this way.
Aren't you guys singing or anything during the fall foliage?
We maybe, I'm not sure yet. We're singing somewhere.
Yeah, I bet you. I think there's an open stage. I think you guys are don't you normally sing?
I think that's been a while.
Has it?
Yeah.
I haven't been on the board for a couple of years, so.
Mr. Belt's the band director, and I know the band
I know
is
they're-
marching in that parade.
They'll be in the parade. And don't you guys hit the street there
Yeah.
Saturday? Yeah.
The
Or
Sunday,
Thursday.
right? It's actually Saturday. We'll be at a competition.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's okay to call me Ken. You know.
It's okay.
I'm
Everybody knows you as
Bell.
Mr. Belt.
He's Mr.
Yeah.
Bell.
All right.
Is that it?
I think that's it. We wanted it to be short and sweet and to the point and not overloaded with words. And I have a lot of words, so I can keep going if you want me to.
I'm just saying.
Just kidding.
I feel bad. Ken, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
You know what? Steph touched on it, and you did too. And I see the shirt over there on the couch about Peyton,
Mhm.
and in the auction that you all did, and the way the community just came forth, and the money that was raised for that, and that just speaks volumes about Martinsville. I've been at the high school for a time now, but I'm a relatively new resident of Martinsville, and that most certainly is a wonderful impression that I get of Martinsville. And this postcard, so how am I bringing this all together here? this postcard is a first step of many
Right.
that will really, yield some important information about this community and a direction that it can go. So I know we're all busy, and you see this, but that phone number and that little postcard can be the first step of many that can provide really important information, important research.
I look at it this way: this information could save the lives of your kids or your grandkids.
Yeah.
I'm not writing us off, but this is information that they're going to gather. They're going to do some research on it. Who knows what direction they're going to go when they get to that point? But that's why this is crucial. And if I could come to you and say, "Hey, do this now," where you might your grandchildren might avoid getting some sort of nasty sickness 25 years from now.
That's right.
And I have my brother's dealing with it now, non-Hodgkin's. He's been doing treatments for over 2 months now, or about a month and a half. Mom and dad from cancer, my nephew. So on down the line we all go. We have another show coming in on the 1st with John Martin. We're trying to get Bridget in, which we did a fundraiser for many years ago, a few years ago. So this is something that's very big in the community, and I hate saying it this way, but a lot of people want to complain, but when there's something to be done and there's a chance that we could improve, not a lot of people like to step up.
Right.
Now, many people will help. We know that. Thus the $30,400 we raised for Peyton. You're not going to find that in any community around here, anywhere close.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a blessing to the type of people we are. But here's a chance where we won't have to have a fundraiser for somebody. This is a chance to avoid that in the future. Jump on, get that postcard, volunteer to help, do whatever you can. That way, maybe we can prevent things like this from happening in the future.
Yeah. With the contamination didn't happen overnight.
Nope.
That was a long-term process, and this is a long-term process to remedy the situation. And this postcard is a very small step in that process. So get on board and help us out with that.
Yeah, it's a step in the right direction, and we can't do it alone. And I definitely can't do everything. And Bethany is super busy, and she's involved in a lot of other things as well. So she can't do everything. But you guys have skills that we need. Like we have a guy named Jason Scott, and he's always so willing to work on logos or graphic designing that we need, and he's amazing. He volunteers his time and his talent, and it doesn't have to be like a long, big volunteering. It could be something as simple as giving me your advice, or just something that maybe we haven't thought of yet. And maybe we have thought of it, but if you tell it to me and we haven't, then great. Maybe we can try what you're thinking of, that we just haven't thought of some things outside of the box yet.
I do want to hit one thing before we go. Becky Jones Schubert, she passed last night from cancer, I believe. Her daughter posted today under Becky's account. Becky was a big time follower of Porch Time and one of our most loyal people from the get-go. And thoughts and prayers to her family, because she will be missed. Loved her, and we always appreciated her jumping online with us in any event we were doing. Yes. So that's just another great individual this community's lost from cancer, and this is what we're trying to prevent in the future.
Okay, well, thank you.
I hate to end it on that somber note, but that's the reality of it.
Cancer's a thief.
Yes. Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
Stephanie, Mr. Belt. Yeah, I'm sorry. Max, thanks for coming in. Hopefully we'll see you two again. I know you guys will be in.
Yes.
Eventually. We're going to try to get Ken and some of the band members, and then Max and some of the choir members. I spoke to a couple individuals over the weekend for different areas of the high school, and we want to have them in. But that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Share this. Get it out there. They're going to try to clip the video of this and make something. There's Shelly. How you doing, Annika? Hello, Shelly. They're going to try to make a video of this and post it a little bit later on. So do your part. Share it. you got the postcards, get a hold of them. Don't throw them away. Anyway, tomorrow night's Tuesday, Christmas meeting. I won't be on air tomorrow night, but Wednesday I will be at Mrs. Long's.
Our daughter's new store.
Yeah, her new store here in
Oh.
town. So I said
didn't
I'd
know
go
that.
down there. Thank you, Missy. Thank you, Mike. Love you guys, and thanks guys for coming in. We will see you soon.